It was reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that.
Oh, what's this? A newly released set of photographs taken by Jeffrey Epstein and found at the office of Bill Gates appear to him nuzzling with a young woman who was later identified as a victim of Epstein. If you stumbled across some pictures on X lately, you would have seen Bill Gates, not exactly living up to his nerdy billionaire stereotype. He's chumming it up side by side with a mystery blonde. Her face? Well, it's a big blur, like they're trying to protect her from some sort of witness protection program, but we all know it's because she's the infamous Polish model in her early 20s. This girl's got a resume that reads like a who's who of the eyebrow-raising elite. Remember the whole Epstein debacle? Yeah, she's a familiar face from that saga. And get this, she's also been snapped hanging out near the likes of Woody Allen and Charlie Rose. Talk about a strange mix of bedtime story buddies. So what's the deal with Gates? Maybe he's auditioning for a spot in the next big scandalous tabloid headline, or perhaps he's just expanding his social circle in the most questionable ways possible. Either way, these photos are like a weird crossover episode where tech meets tawdry. Forget Windows and software. It looks like Gates is trying his hand at networking of a very different kind. Who knew the world of tech tycoons and shady characters could blend so seamlessly? So let's talk about this snapshot from 2014 that's making the rounds. It features Bill Gates, the tech wizard, chilling with a young lady whose identity is more hush-hush than the secret formula of Coca-Cola. The catch? This little rendezvous happened way after Epstein, the infamous party animal, had his notorious fall from grace. This has got people scratching their heads and wondering, what on earth is Gates doing in this mix? Now, this mystery woman isn't pointing fingers at Gates, but the gossip mill is working overtime. When someone poked Gates for answers about his buddy-buddy times with Epstein, Gates played the "I didn't know" card. He claimed he was clueless about Epstein's not-so-family-friendly activities.
He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction.
And said he gave Epstein the cold shoulder after some charity dough. Epstein promised for Gates's Global Health Fund turned out to be as real as a unicorn. This whole thing reads like a badly written sitcom episode. Gates, the guy who's supposed to be saving the world with vaccines and high-tech gizmos, is caught in a photo that raises more eyebrows than an episode of Game of Thrones. It's like finding out your dentist moonlights as a clown at kids' parties. Unexpected and a bit weird. So, was Gates really in the dark about Epstein's shady side, or was he just trying to get some extra cash for his do-gooder projects?